Gross domestic product, commonly referred to as GDP, is a measure of the economic performance of a country. It represents the total dollar values of all goods and services produced over a specific time period within a nation borders. GDP is an important indicator because it gives insight into the size and health of an economy. There are three primary ways to calculate GDP: production approach, income approach, and expenditure approach. The production approach calculates the value of all goods and services produced in the country minus the value of all goods and services used up in the production process. Essentially, it's look at the output minus input. The income approach assesses GDP by adding up total compensation to employees, gross profit for incorporate and non-corporate firms, and taxes less subsidies, the reflex of the economy. Total income. The expenditure approach is perhaps the some common method where GDP is seen as the all the expenditure of final goods and services, including consumer spending, business investment, government spending, and net exports. GDP can be evaluated in different ways: nominal GDP, which is the raw measurement, and real GDP, price changes due to the inflation, which adjusts for inflation and provides for accurate depiction of economic growth. GDP is a crucial not merely for economists and investors but also for policymakers as it guides economic policy and decision growth in GDP. Generally signals economics employees raise and greater productivity. Conversely, a declining GDP could be a sign that an economy is in trouble and could indicate recession. Change in GDP are often closely followed in economic discussion and news as they reflect the broader economic environment. Understanding GDP is vital for decision both in the individual. Understanding the difference between GDP and GNP is crucial for comprehending health of a nation. While both metrics are used to evaluate a country economy, they focus on different aspects of production and income. Gross domestic products or GDP measures the total value of all goods and services produced within a country borders over a specific time period, typically annually. This includes manufacturing output, services, deliveries, and even the construction of infrastructure. GDP is often used to gauge the economic performance of a nation because it reflects the domestic production within the country. On the other hand, gross national products or GNP extend beyond domestic borders to include the total economic output produced by the residents of a country. GNP factors is an income generated by citizens who are working or investing overseas. Essentially, GNP includes foreign earnings such as profit from international business and income from foreign investment. For example, if a company based on the United States operates a factory in Germany, the production from the factory would be included in the US GDP but would count towards its GNP. Each measure has its unique applications and limitations. GDP offers insight into the level of activity within a nation and is often used to indicate the size of its economy. GNP provides a broader understanding of the national income, which includes international operations that contribute to the nation's wealth. In practice, countries may choose to prioritize different metrics. A nation with significant overseas investment may focus on GNP, while those concentrating on domestic growth might prioritize GDP. Understanding these nuances helps policymakers and economists strategies effectively for economic planning and international competitiveness. Sarah sat in her small study of papers and an overgrowing economics textbook. She was preparing for her final economics examination, which was focused on gross domestic product (GDP). The more she read about GDP, the more she was intrigued by the limitation of the GDP welfare. Her laptop blinked with a notification. It was Mike, her study partner. Hey Sarah. His message began. I found something interesting about GDP and welfare. Did you know it? Don't consider income distribution. Sarah pondered this point. Coffee GDP aggregates all economic activity into a single number, but it's just an average. Marge was right. GDP doesn't show it well in evenly distributed among the population. It simply calculates economic outputs. She tapped a reply. Good point, Matt. Plus, it overlooks non-market activities like household labor and volunteer work those contribute significantly to our well-being. Might respond swiftly, exactly, and what about the quality of goods and services GDP just measure quantity. A higher GDP might include products that are harmful to health but does not measure the negative impact. Sarah nodded to herself, thinking about her recent health obsessed phase. She added in her reply, and not to mention environmental concern. Increased production might lead to GDP growth, but it could simultaneously environment affecting welfare of the continued discussing the role of the GDP in societal welfare and concluded that the useful tool to gauge the economic performance of a country it meets critical dimension of the welfare. The discussion fueled further. Sarah might she imagined herself presenting their ideas in class, sparking a debate among peers about the alternative index of GPI, Human Index Development Progress Indicator. As afternoons or nights slowly crept into the study, she wrapped up her chat with Miss, more prepared for the exam now, knowing she has grasped the deeper context of the topic she was studying. Her journey through the competitors of GDP taught her an invaluable lesson. Economics don't always tell the full story. As she closed her laptop, she was ready to explore what economics truly means in terms of real humans.